Is that okay now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I'm so sorry, all the participants. I can only show ice cream, kulfi, all those things. I cannot share with you. You can only see and enjoy. Okay. So there are many type of ice cream we come across in the malls or in ice cream vendors. It's in the cone, candy, in cup, right? So there are different flavors, variegated ice cream, right? So all these things you must have seen. So there is a kulfi, matka kulfi, right? So plain ice creams, then frozen yogurt. Frozen yogurt does not really come into ice cream, but it can be, we can consider it is under say frozen product. Okay, so there are many brands, n number of brands we are seeing, right? Amul, Dairy Day, then Quality, right? So n number of brands. Arun ice cream, yeah, in Tamil Nadu, all for South India, Arun. So Hudson product, right? Wadilal. So we come across many different types of ice creams under different brands all over India, right? So this is Cream Bell. You see the texture. You can only see the different variegated lines you could see there, right? So they are different as the technology increasing. Filling machines are in different of different capacity, different accessories are coming into filling. So that making or that enable us to prepare different varieties of ice cream, right? So Cream Bell again, Mother Dairy ice creams, different, yeah, in cones and all. Arun, it's a Hudson product. Baskin Robbins is again in the ice cream, um, in the in the field of ice cream and frozen desserts. They are also producing a good quality. You can see even banana piece, so which is just added on top of it. Magnum, London Dairy, right? So there are n number of players. They are in the market to cater the needs for ice cream and frozen desserts. Okay, participants. So just I would like to know your knowledge on ice cream. How much an Indian average consumption of ice cream? What do you think? How much an Indian consume per capita consumption? We call it's yearly consumption of ice cream per person average in India. Any blind guess? Any blind guess you can. Sajal, 1 kg. Yes, very nice. Anybody? Be interactive, otherwise I may get into sleep. So please help me not to sleep. 1 kg. Any other guess? Blind guess? How much an average an Indian consume yearly per capita consumption of ice cream? Priya, okay. At least you are good at interacting. Oh, good. Vijay Lakshmi madam, thank you so much. So it is 250 grams. So okay, I'll tell you. India per capita consumption is somewhere around 400 grams. Okay. Any blind guess how much an American consumes? There is a point to tell you, so that's why I'm asking this question. 5 kg. Very good, excellent. Anybody? Arti, 1 kg. I really am very happy if you can speak out. 4 kg. Who is stopping you from speaking? American ice cream consumption is somewhere around 20 liters. 20 liters. And in China, so the average per capita consumption is somewhere around 4.5 liters. Friends, where is 400 and where is 20 liters? That's where we have the scope, or there's a huge market is going to come up in future, and there maybe the China's role is tremendous to play. Okay. Now Indian market is growing up like anything. It's the fastest growing economy. Purchasing power is increasing. People are ready to buy good product, ready to taste new flavors, ready to consume quality products. So money is playing second now. Quality issues are coming up more. So when you say ice cream, there are different varieties of ice creams are being found, like plain ice cream, just like vanilla, pista, choco, butterscotch, strawberry. So they are all classified under plain ice cream. Okay, so it may be in cup, it may be in cone. So the different types of ice creams are being sold in the market. And chocolate ice cream is, so again, maybe treated under plain ice cream or with added nuts and all, so it can be taken into nut ice cream. So fruit ice cream, so where you are going to add some fruits, some juice or jelly sort of thing to give that variegated texture to the product. Okay, so nut ice cream, so where we add different types of nuts. Maybe could be almond, could be cashew, or any nuts can be added into the product, and it is categorized under nut ice cream. So if you add fruits, so it will be characterized under fruit ice cream. So custard, yes, frozen custard. I'll come to this because again, so there is a frozen ice cream and frozen dessert. There is a difference is there. Okay, so when we discuss, yeah, definitely we'll discuss about these custards. Variegated ice cream, so where we see different colors, so and fruits being added to it, so and different style of filling it, so it comes under variegated ice cream. Okay, so we know now there are many different players in the market and different types of ice creams are being developed. Okay, so this ice cream and frozen dessert to a BTech course, it's almost 6 months course. Okay, but the organizer asked me to cover this in 2 hours time. So I request the participant to tell me what do you really want to know from about ice cream, so that I'll concentrate on that. It's a huge topic, starting from preparation, starting from standards, ingredients being used, method being followed for preparation, different equipments. So then how to get the overrun, how to address the quality issue, so how to package, ice cream nutrition, many more. So what do you really interested to know about ice cream? Any participants? Can speak up better. What you are really interested to know? Its production. Anybody? बीच में मेरे को सोचना है. So am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
Okay, mass balance. चला गया वो तो. ये chat में डालेगा तो चले जाएगा. Better can speak up, madam.
Yes,
Sir,
sir. I speak.
equipments needed, its process.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Yeah, this can be covered very easily. Anybody else? Anything? Equipment needed and process. Okay.
Sir, cost of production, cost pattern.
Cost of production. Okay. Yeah. So thank you so much. Let us understand the difference between ice cream and frozen dessert. Okay. So, and then I think we can move on further. So, how to know about ice cream? So, I think some participants, sorry, I forgot the name, but so they mentioned about this ice cream as per the FSSAI, so Food Safety and Standards Authority of India. So this is their definition, their product description, how they describe ice cream. So when you say ice cream or a standard for ice cream, kulfi, chocolate ice cream, softy ice cream. For all of them, the standard is same. So when we say that, mean it is a frozen milk product. Okay, it's a frozen milk product. So how it is obtained? By freezing a pasteurized mix. So we will be preparing ice cream mix first. Okay, ice cream mix is prepared and that mix is subjected to freezing process. Okay, so when we subject the ice cream mix into freezing, the product obtained is called ice cream. Okay, see, conversion of ice cream mix into ice cream is through process called freezing. So in the freezing we add air and also we reduce the temperature, thereby whatever the added air will be entrapped and gives a consistency, so which is we all relishable. Okay, so it's a freezing the pasteurized mix prepared from milk and other products derived from milk. Okay, so as one of the participants said, ice cream is the major constituent of ice cream is milk and the products derived from the milk. Okay, so to that we will be adding nutritive sweeteners with or without the addition of nutritive sweeteners and other permitted non-dairy ingredients. Permitted non-dairy ingredients. Okay. So the said product may contain incorporated air and shall be frozen hard except in case of softy ice cream. So आपने देखा होगा ना softy ice cream. So when we go to softy vending booth, softy ice cream vending booth, so we order for a softy ice cream. So it's a soft flowing, right? So he will fill into cones or into cups and then give us. So it's a softie. It is not hardened. So there is a difference, right? Hardened in the cup ice cream. So when we say, so we need to pierce very hard into the ice cream with the wooden spoon and then take the ice cream. So softie is little softer in nature. So there is no hardening process. So ice cream majorly it is frozen hard. In case of softy ice cream, we don't harden this. So hardening means reducing the temperature to somewhere around minus 20 degrees centigrade. So that will make the ice cream hard. So otherwise softy ice cream will serve at minus 7, minus 8 degree. So it's not hard. So softy ice cream and ice cream, that's the difference. In the softy ice cream, it is served at the temperature of minus 7. In the ice cream, the serving temperature is somewhere around minus 20 degrees. So now with this definition of FSSAI, what we understood is ice cream is derived from milk and the products derived from milk majorly. To that, we may add nutritive sweeteners like sugar, jaggery, honey, so glucose syrup, corn syrup. There are many nutritive sweeteners available. So we may add to increase the sweetness and also the bulk of the ice cream. So nutritive sweeteners may be added and other permitted non-dairy ingredients. Very, very important. These non-dairy ingredients which are added to increase the texture are stabilizers and emulsifiers. Okay. So if you are listening, you may note down the stabilizers and emulsifiers. Very, very important. The stabilizers we basically use are sodium alginate or basically sodium alginate, guar gum, carrageenan can be used, and emulsifier, the basic emulsifier use monosodium glutamate. Please note down because I have not written this anywhere else in this PPT. So the stabilizers and emulsifiers, even though we add very little quantity, they are very important. Like vitamins, minerals, their requirement is in micrograms, but they decide the onset of many diseases. Their level, so decides the onset of many diseases. So like that, many defects we may encounter if we do not add these stabilizers and emulsifier in a proper ratio concentration. We'll discuss that point. Okay, so now hope you got a bit of idea about ice cream and ice cream, kulfi, chocolate ice cream and softie. So they almost all these products are made from these ingredients: milk, milk derived products. The major milk derived products used are skim milk powder and then cream. This is 90% usage is on this: milk, skim milk powder, cream, stabilizer, emulsifier. Maybe 10%, or now it is increasing, of course. When you say ice cream, majoritarily use this as the ingredient, and sweeteners. Many use the sugars as a main nutritive sweetener. Almost all the what do you call small scale industries, except would be Amul, could be even Cream Bell. So they use different types of sweeteners like corn syrup, like even glucose syrup to manage the price and availability of based on the availability of the ingredients. So moving ahead. Yes. Okay. So, oh yeah, it's there. So raw materials, milk and milk products, fermented ingredients, sugar and other nutritive sweeteners, jaggery, dextrose, fructose, liquid glucose, corn syrup, dried liquid glucose, honey, anything can be used, potable water. Starch, maybe added only in functionally necessary as a GMP at good manufacturing practice levels. Just as a thickener, maybe 0.5%, 0.2%, somewhere in that range may be allowed. The other non-dairy ingredients which are allowed in the ice cream are fruit products, egg products, coffee, cocoa, chocolate, condiments, spices, ginger and nuts, bakery products such as cake or cookies. So all these things are now are allowed in the preparation of ice cream, and you may name them accordingly. If they added fruit ice cream. If you added nut ice cream. You need to disclose whatever it has been added into it. Okay. So these are all the ingredients or components allowed in the preparation of ice cream, in the manufacturing of ice cream. So one thing which really we need to understand is the standard. Okay, the standard for ice cream. So when we say standard, based on the fat content, we have got three different standards. Okay, one is low fat, medium fat, and normal ice cream. Or you can say in this PPT you can see ice cream, medium fat ice cream, and low fat ice cream. Okay, so if you see the total solid level, so in the ice cream or kulfi, chocolate ice cream, softie, any of these things, in the when you say ice cream, it should contain 36% total solid minimum. Okay, so minimum 36%. Medium fat ice cream, minimum 30%. Low fat ice cream, minimum 26%. Okay, so this is the requirement, FSSAI requirement standard for total solids content. Then weight is minimum 525 gram per ml. Nowadays, people are very, very intelligent. They completely fill air into the product and they sell for get more profit. Okay, so FSSAI, to avoid that, so it has been protest standard. No, if at all, if you are selling ice cream, 1 liter ice cream, then it must weigh 525 grams. It may say, sir, this is 1 liter. 1 liter pura आप हवा में भरे तो. Now it's not the volume, but it is how much gram it weighs. 1 liter, because you see, when you go buy ice cream, you must have seen it is written, it is half liter, 750 ml, 1 liter, not in grams, not in kg, half kg, 1 kg ice cream. No, it is liter. So when you're going to sell in a liter, especially the ice cream, so then volume counts. Okay, so if the volume, whatever it is filled inside, if it is more of air, so it's a profit to the producer and big loss to the consumer, right? So to avoid that, as a protection towards consumer interest, minimum weight for ice cream is 525 grams. Ice cream should, 1 liter ice cream should weigh minimum 525. Then medium fat ice cream and low fat ice cream, so weigh 475 grams, okay, per 1 liter. Then milk fat content, this is a major one. Okay, so because of fat, these three variants have been made. So when you say ice cream, it should contain minimum 10% fat. Medium fat, then somewhere anywhere between 10 to 2.5%. And low fat, may contain maximum 2.5 grams. Okay. So all these three variants majorly based on the fat ice cream, medium fat ice cream, low fat ice cream. So protein content in both ice cream and medium fat ice cream, protein should be minimum 3.5 and low fat 3%. Okay. Okay. So as of now, so you know little bit about now ice cream, ingredients of ice cream, standard for ice cream. Any question on this as of now? So you are okay? You are on par with me? If no response comes, I think that okay, you all understood. And I'll be happy. Okay, good. So this is all about FSSAI standard for ice cream. So let's see about frozen dessert. So frozen dessert or frozen confection means a product obtained by freezing a pasteurized mix. Up to this it is okay. Freezing a pasteurized mix prepared with edible vegetable oils or fats. Okay. So having a melting point not more than 37 degrees, sorry, not 370, 37 degrees centigrade, or vegetable protein products. So in case of frozen dessert, the milk solids may be replaced partially or whole with the vegetable fats and vegetable protein. It need not be non-dairy. You cannot say it should not frozen dessert does not contain dairy ingredients. Then not necessarily. It may contain milk fat. It may be added or partially replaced in the milk fat with vegetable fat. It may contain milk protein, partially may be replaced with vegetable proteins. Okay. So if the product is added with vegetable oils and fats, then it is classified under frozen dessert. It may contain milk fat or other milk solids, and rest are all same. Adding nutritive sweetener to get the taste, adding non-dairy ingredients including stabilizers and emulsifiers to do its functional, to impart functional attributes. Okay, so if at all partly or wholly, if you are replacing vegetable milk fat and milk protein with vegetable oil, vegetable protein, then that type of products are classified under frozen desserts. Ice cream, if you say ice cream as a whole, it should not contain any of the vegetable oils, vegetable proteins. Okay. So nowadays there are many different types of ice cream are coming, like ice cream, sandwich ice creams. There is sandwich, top and bottom your biscuits and ice cream in between. Okay. In that cases also, ice cream should be analyzed separately, and it should be specified. They should specify ice cream is put in between these biscuits. Or if it is a frozen dessert, you can mention it's a frozen dessert. Okay, so frozen desserts cannot be sold under ice cream. So they are different products. And other permitted non-dairy. So it is said the said product may contain incorporated air and may be frozen hard or frozen to soft consistency. So frozen based on the freezing and the temperature of storage, you can say it is a ice cream, or so it's a frozen dessert or a softie. Okay, so softie are served at -7, -8, -9, and this completely hard frozen is -20 degrees centigrade. standard is same. Okay, for both FSSAI standard for both ice cream and frozen dessert, the standard remains same. Standard means total solid level, weight, total fat, protein. So they are all same. Okay. So now hope you understand the difference between ice cream and frozen dessert. Standard is same for both ice cream and frozen dessert. Okay, so let's quickly move on to preparation of ice cream and frozen dessert. So somebody was asking how it is prepared. It's very important. The major ingredient for ice cream, I'm saying now we'll understand the preparation of ice cream. Okay, so ingredients used for ice cream, maybe almost 80% of the small scale industries and even the major players. So they use these ingredients: milk, skim milk powder, cream, sugar as a nutritive sweetener, and stabilizer and emulsifiers. Okay, so these are the major ingredients. So to get the milk solids, so skim milk powder is used. Sir, skim milk powder is not available in our area. So may I use whole milk powder? You are allowed to use whole milk powder. No, whole milk powder is not available. Can I use evaporated milk, condensed milk, whey powder, buttermilk powder, whey proteins? Any of these ingredients can be used to replace the milk solids. So cream is not available. May I use butter? May I use high fat milk? Yeah, you can use. Okay. So based on the availability of that particular ingredient, easy to obtain, ease of getting that product, and economic availability, easy availability, and based on the cost. So you may decide the ingredient. So see, nutritive sweeteners, sugar, maybe in the area where maybe more of the factory which are producing like maybe corn syrup, dextrose. So people may get these alternative sweeteners at a cheaper price than sugar. So then that is a good option. So sugar or the cane sugar, what we call or what we normally use. So it's also a very good option to use as a sweetener in the ice cream. Okay, so stabilizer emulsifier, yes, stabilizer basically you can write down sodium alginate, guar gum, carrageenan, either individually or in combination. So we may use the stabilizer. And emulsifier, in most of the cases it is monosodium glutamate. So is the emulsifier used in the preparation of ice cream. Okay. So to tell you lightly about the stabilizer. So stabilizer will reduce, stabilizer will stabilizer will improve the thickness. Stabilizer will improve the thickness of the product, and it will not allow water to melt quickly so that you can relish the ice cream on your tongue for a good amount of time, sufficient amount of time. See, आपने आइसक्रीम लिया, मुंह में रखा, तो तुरंत वो मेल्ट हो गया. You may not able to enjoy it, right? So it should not be too hard, it should not be too soft. So that property is maintained by these stabilizers and emulsifiers. Okay. The emulsifier, see, the product contain almost 10% fat. So we want this fat is distributed throughout and held properly. One, And the second is we are incorporating air into the product, right? See, before getting frozen, the product is like a liquid. Okay, it is pourable consistency. And once you freeze by reducing the temperature from 4 degree to -7 by incorporating air, so then it will become hard. Hard in the sense scoopable consistency. So that air should be retained for a longer period and it should be uniformly distributed. So that role is played by emulsifier. So both are important, stabilizer, emulsifier. So their concentration are to be maintained properly. So now for preparation of ice cream, first ingredient selection. Ingredient selection is this. Based on the availability, cost, you can select the ingredient. So this is general protocol for preparation of ice cream. We formulate. Formulate means we first calculate how much milk, how much skim milk powder, how much cream, how much sugar, how much stabilizer, emulsifier should be added. Okay, so that formulation is very important. I don't know how to explain you the calculation part online. Okay, anyway, so I'll try to share maybe the Word document where the calculation part is done. You can take a photo snapshot and then you can work out also. And of course, in the Google's also, it is also available. How algebraic method we normally use to precisely calculate the quantity of ingredients required to produce a good quality ice cream. So now formulation. Formulation means first selection of ingredient, calculation of the quantity required. Okay, so that is formulation. Basically, it's a figuring and then mixing together. Okay, so selection of ingredient, calculation of the quantity required, and then mixing them together. So it's all comes under formulation. Okay, so once the known quantity of ingredients are being mixed thoroughly and it is milk is taken, skim milk powder is added to the milk, and then cream is added, sugar is added, stabilizer and emulsifier. Okay, one important thing which I would like to share here so that you can remember and then you can also pass it on. Dry ingredients and liquid ingredients. You need to make two parts. Okay, so dry ingredients, the major dry ingredients as per our list is the sugar, skim milk powder, stabilizer and emulsifiers. So they are the major dried ingredients or powder ingredients. The liquid ingredients, milk and cream. Anyway, milk and cream हम दोनों मिला सकते हैं आसानी से. The important thing is mixing this minute concentration of stabilizer and emulsifier thoroughly is the question. So take a good quantity of sugar among the calculated amount and then put this stabilizer and emulsifiers together, mix thoroughly. Okay, so you've taken a cup of sugar and into it you have added stabilizer and emulsifier. There is in grams, maybe 4 grams, 5 grams, 10 grams, 15 grams, based on the quantity of ice cream we are being produced. Okay, so these small ingredients, they are added into sugar, mixed thoroughly, and then that is added into bulk of sugar, and this sugar is added into, or skim milk powder is added into sugar again, mixed, or the sugar can be. So these dry ingredients, smaller one into bigger portion of sugar, mix thoroughly, and then into the whole lot of sugar, mix thoroughly, then SMP into the sugar, the whole mix is thoroughly mixed so that there should not be any lumps formation. Lump formation must be avoided. So, and then this whole dry ingredients are added slowly into the whole liquid milk and sugar. Mix thoroughly. Okay. Hope you are listening to me and I am audible to you all. Any reply from anybody?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay. Thank you so much. So now all these things comes under formulation. Okay. So selection of ingredient, calculation of the mix, that's for figuring of the mix, and then mixing these ingredients properly and making it to a whole lot. So all this comes under formulation. So once the mix is formulated, we get into heating process. Okay. So for this formulation, if it is small batch, maybe if you are making 20 liter, you can directly in a small vessels and put into a can and then mix. There are people who manufacture maybe 40 liters a day, 50 liters a day. There are small scale manufacturers. Okay, so for them even they can mix in a can using plunge the content thoroughly so that there will not be any lump form. Okay. If it is a bigger batch, so then there is a Venturi type powder mixing unit comes. I did not shown here, but anyway, so there are powder mixing units will be there. So there, the circulating milk and cream mix will be absorbing slowly the powder. So in that way, the mix is formulated and then it is taken for preheating mixing. So preheating mixing, why? If the temperature of the milk and the cream is somewhere around 40-45 degrees centigrade, so then the mixing will be more efficient and complete. The temperature should not be too low while mixing, so it will not really help in proper mixing. So preheating, heating the milk and cream to somewhere around 40 degrees centigrade and then adding this dried ingredient into the milk. So in that way, preheating will help. So once after thoroughly mix is formulated now, and then it is taken for pasteurization. So morning you must have understood about pasteurization and then homogenization, correct? Anybody? In the morning session, the homogenization and pasteurization were taught, correct? Sajal Tamang, I think you can speak. So, what is homogenization? Anybody? What is homogenization? Why one has to do homogenization? Anybody? What is homogenization? In milk, we do homogenization to break up the fat globules. To break the fat globules, and so that there will not be any cream layer separation. Okay, so when we subject milk into a homogenizer, on an average, see, milk contains on average somewhere around 4 microns of size, the fat globules. It reduces to maybe less than 1, less than 2 micron size, so that it is uniformly distributed and there will not be any cream plug formation. So here also we do homogenization after mixing. So you can do homogenization. Here homogenization is to uniformly distribute all the ingredients and also to reduce the fat globular size. Okay, break up the fat globular size and reduce it. Homogenization plays a very important role in giving proper body and texture to the ice cream in the final. Okay, So it also helps in proper aging of the ingredients, and thereby it will improve the texture of the product. So very smooth consistency you will get. So homogenization is done around 60 degrees centigrade. Formulation, preheating, and then homogenization is done at around 60 degrees centigrade. It will help us, it will make the product, to get a right consistency. So once after homogenization, so homogenization is done even single, in general, so they use two-stage homogenization. Okay, so first stage maybe 1500 psi, second stage 500 psi. So in that range, homogenization pressure is applied, and then homogenization is done. So once it is homogenized, the final step is pasteurization. So pasteurization is to make the food safe for consumption. Okay, pasteurization is very important. So here the ice cream mix can be pasteurized to somewhere around 80 degrees centigrade. So not down, it is 80 degrees centigrade. Maybe for 15-20 seconds should be sufficient. So pasteurization is done, and along with pasteurization, it is also cooling is to be. Pasteurization literally means it is heating to required temperature and then cooling it to less than 4 degrees centigrade. That is the literary meaning of pasteurization. Okay, so pasteurization to make the product safe for consumption. So here there is a more solids are there. See, in case of milk, what is the pasteurization temperature of milk? It is 71.5 degrees centigrade for 15 seconds. Sir, pasteurization temperature of milk is 71. So why ice cream is 80? Because so there is many solids are there. These solids and high fat is there. It will protect the microbes. It acts. Microbe can take shelter under these components. So the pasteurization temperature is high for these high fat content, high solid content products. So 80 degrees centigrade for 15-20 seconds should be fine. So, and then after heating it to such temperature, the temperature is brought down to less than 4 degrees centigrade. So whatever the organism got killed at high temperature, and we reduce to low for whatever the remaining organism should not grow and multiply and grow. So to avoid that, cooling is so less than 5 degrees centigrade. So once after that, the product is taken for aging. So homogenization, pasteurization, cooling, and aging. Aging depends on the type of stabilizers we use. Some stabilizers like sodium alginate, maybe 4 or 5 hours is sufficient. So in many cases, or in the small scale manufacturers, so they do almost overnight. So they process the mix till evening or evening for 3 o'clock, and then they keep overnight. Morning they come and do the freezing process. Right? So pasteurization, homogenization. So homogenization, pasteurization, cooling, then aging. During aging, whatever the ingredients what we have added, stabilizers, emulsifiers mainly, and the proteins, there is a hydration of these proteins, hydration of the stabilizers and emulsifiers. There the thickness of the or consistency of the ice cream mix is improved, and also the freezing process, it will aids in freezing process and also aids in getting the proper consistency to the product. Okay, so in ice cream, majorly the body is very important. There should not be any ice crystals. Ice cream should not be too hard. Ice cream should not be too soft. So these texture consistency defects can be overcome by proper addition of the stabilizers emulsifiers, proper aging process. Okay, so aging is very important for the hydration and also to impart texture, right texture to the ice cream. So after aging, you may take it for freezing process. So in the freezing, I think I can, okay. So freezing, okay, let me go through this PPT or this slide, and then I'll show you how the freezing is done in the batch type of freezer. Anybody have seen ice cream, how the ice cream is manufactured in this group? How ice cream is maybe cottage scale, batch freezer, maybe using continuous ice cream freezer. So anybody exposed to ice cream preparation? So if all, then I can move also in a faster pace. How's your idea about ice cream preparation? Have you visited any ice cream making plant anytime? No, not visited anytime. Okay, so after this mix preparation, we can, based on our quantity of ice cream preparation, we may use continuous freezing or batch freezing process. So batch freezing, continuous freezing. So continuous freezing, so one end we are supplying the mix, the other end ice cream is coming continuously. That's the continuous. The difference between continuous and then batch are in the continuous freezing systems, from one side you are adding the mix, the other side ice cream is coming out. Okay. In the batch freezers, you add the mix and then hold for some time. Okay. So anyway, this homogenizer and pasteurizer you must have seen in the morning. I will show you the freezer. Okay. Okay. Are you able to see this video?
No, sir. It's a photo only, sir. Batch freezer.
Acha, it's in the. You are not able to see this video.
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. Let me share the video from. One second. Can you see this? No?
No, sir.
Now you can see?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, this is a batch freezer. You see. See, this is the dasher or rotor. Okay, so there are provisions are provided to scraper blades are there to scrape the whatever the ice cream which are frozen to this wall of this freezer. You see, this is the chamber. So this wall is surrounded by the evaporative coils that drastically brought down the temperature of the mix to somewhere around -7 degrees centigrade. That's where the freezing happens. So this is called a batch ice cream freezer where the evaporative coils are surrounded by this freezing chamber to drastically reduce the temperature of the mix from 4 degrees centigrade. Aging temperature is 4 degrees centigrade. From 4 degrees centigrade to -7 degrees centigrade. Okay. We are loading now, fixing the equipment. And then now, so they are adding ice cream mix. So this is the ice cream mix. You see, it's a flowable consistency now. It is homogenized, pasteurized, and then it is aged now. So you see now the dasher is beating actually the ice cream mix, and there is a provision for air to there is inlet for air, so it suck the air in and uniformly mix throughout the ice cream mix. So in the freezing, there are two steps are there. One is incorporation of air by beating. The other one is reducing the temperature. That is called freezing. Reducing the temperature to from 4 degree to -7, and then incorporating air to get this texture. See, when it was added, it was like liquid, and when we are taking out, it is like semi-solid, scoopable consistency. Okay, so yes, let me share my slide. Okay, so you able to see now? Is my PPT is visible to you? Any reply? Anybody? So is my PPT is visible?
So your PPT is not visible, sir.
No? No?
Sir, I am audible to you.
Yeah, you are audible. My PPT is not
Sir, your
visible.
PPT is not visible, sir.
Is it? I'm sharing. Okay.
No, sir, it's not visible till now.
Somewhere. Okay.
Now it is visible, sir. Can you put in a slideshow? Yes, sir. Slide only.
It's coming.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's coming.
So we are on the preparation of ice cream, and then that flow chart, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in the freezing, so there are two types. One is continuous freezer and the batch freezer. What I have shown in the video is batch freezer. That is most suitable for those who manufacture. See, that's it comes in different sizes. Maybe 5 kg mix. So you get up to 10 kg ice cream per batch. So per batch means a batch size or duration maybe 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. So in 15 to 20 minutes time, you will get 10 kg ice cream. Okay. So based on your capacity, you can go for batch freezer. If your capacity is too high, maybe 100 liter, 200 liter per day, so you can opt this continuous ice cream freezers. It's a cost. So this batch type ice cream freezer will cost somewhere around 1.5 lakhs. Okay, based on the quality. This continuous freezers will cost you somewhere around 4.5 lakhs, somewhere around 4 to 4.5 lakhs. So what equipments you need as of now is the for mixing and all based on your capacity can be used for smaller scale, and maybe even a mixing vat can be used. Homogenizer is essential for ice cream. Pasteurization, any heating vat also does the purpose. Double jacketed vats can be used for smaller scale, or continuous pasteurizer can be used. So whatever we are using for milk is also suitable to ice cream. Okay, so mixing unit, homogenizer, pasteurizer, then aging in the same in any tank, double jacketed tank which can hold the product at 4 degrees centigrade. That's the aging tank. And then continuous freezer is required. So from the freezer you can directly fill, or based on the product. So filling equipments are also available. Okay, so see after continuous freezing, air is incorporated. So -7 degree centigrade, -3 to -7 degrees centigrade is the filling temperature. And once it is filled into cups, once it is filled into cups, these cups can directly frozen. Right here, you see, can be directly sent to hardening tunnel, and which is maintained at -20 degrees centigrade. So if at all, if you want to add any fruit or dry ingredient pieces, so you can add there is a separate again for addition of fruit addition. So fruit dosing tanks are available, pulp dosing, so facilities are available, so you can use them, and so pulps can be added, or dry fruits can be added in the later stage. And once it is added into the cup, so it is go to the actual filling equipment. So it is filled, either it could be cones, tubs, bulk packing, cups. So once after filling into the cups, the last stage of ice cream manufacture is blast air hardening. Hardening is to reduce the temperature from the freezing temperature to minus 20 degree. This is also a storage temperature to ice cream. Okay, so if you do like that, product can be stored at minus 20 degrees centigrade even up to 1 year, no problem. If the process is followed like this, you can store the ice cream without any quality deterioration. You can store for up to 1 year. Okay, after freezing, there are other, sorry. So after freezing, you can, there are extruders are available. I showed many photos, right? There are different types of variegated ice cream, different consistency, different layers were there. So those things are possible using the extrusion filling, and then that can be put into extrusion into bars, slices, sticks, sandwich. Then there are into filling into cones, wafer cups. You have seen, right? Along with that, we eat cones. And then it is blast freezing. So once it is added into it, then it is frozen, or it is freezing is done, and then it is dipped into coating materials. So you have seen ice cream, chocolate bar. Chocolate bar, first it is inside material is added, and then that is dipped into chocolate, and then immediately it is frozen. So then chocolate will be covered over the ice cream. So then that is wrapped. So that's the second primary packaging material. Wrapping is and then cartooning. So the secondary packaging material, and then palletized. So the many ices, then candy, chocobar. So these type of ice creams are made after freezing. All these frozen ice cream is getting into the molding machine, and once it is stick to the whatever the stick they have given, and then the whole is dipped into the chocobar or chocolate, molten chocolate, and then it is frozen. So in that way, it's a two-stage process. I have one more video of Amul. So there you can see there are many accessories are being added and to make different type of ice creams. So once it is, so this is how this the chocobars and then other candies, cones are manufactured. Then molding of stick bars and freezing into the for any candy preparation. Then handling and dipping into the coating material and continuous floor wrapping. So there are different type of ice cream is manufactured with the added accessories and equipments. Okay. So now there was one question was there, how the figuring is to be done. Okay. See now the ingredients, what ingredients we have. First we need to list what are the ingredients I have got. I told you the major ingredients: milk, cream, ice cream powder, sorry, skim milk powder. So the milk with 3.5% fat, 8.5% SNF. Majorly, see whatever the raw milk available in the market or from the field, somewhere around 3.5 to 4% fat and 8.5% SNF. Cream somewhere around 40% fat and 5.5% up to SNF will be there. Then skim milk powder. So this is the usual composition of the skim milk powder: 1% fat and 9.6%, 96% SN. If at all, if you have this ingredients, the quantity required to make ice cream, not medium fat or low fat, full ice cream. So you require milk 54 kg, cream 25 kg, and skim milk powder 5.28 kg. This stabilizer and emulsifier, most of the case, if you are using sodium alginate and monosodium glutamate as the stabilizer and emulsifier. So your stabilizer level may be 0.3% and emulsifier 0.2%. So add together 0.5%. ज्यादा से ज्यादा हम स्टेबलाइजर एंड एमल्सिफायर कॉम्बिनेशन को 0.5% रेट में ही ऐड करते. Okay. Then sugar is 15%. Majority of the case, sugar added is 15%. If your target consumer wants less sugar, then you may adjust the sugar content to maybe 13, 12, 14. If it is a mass consumer, if you are catering to the mass people, so then on average, sugar addition is around 15%. Stabilizer and emulsifier 0.5%. Okay, so if the ingredient composition is this, then the requirement of milk, cream and skim milk powder is 54, 25, 5.2. Okay, so how we arrive to these values? See, this is, I'll show one more. It's in a Word document. Let me see. Let me see. Ice cream. Yes. Is this Word file is visible? No.
No, sir.
One second. So is this visible?
Yes, sir.
Word
It's
file
visible,
visible,
sir.
right?
Yes, sir. Word file is visible, sir.
Calculation of ice cream mix. You are on that page?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See now, this is a bit difficult for me to explain over online, but still, I'll try my best. Okay. Okay. So you see this formula, right? This is algebraic method to figure the ice cream mix. Even if you put it in a Google and ask, you may get algebraic method for figuring of ice cream mix. Okay, so we have got three ingredients, right? Skim milk, and then cream. So your A is milk, okay, B is cream, and C is skim milk powder. On an average, we require 15 grams of sugar, so 15%, and then stabilizer and emulsifier 0.5%. So this calculation is what we are showing for 100 kg mix. For 100 kg mix, so 15 kg sugar aa jayega, then 0.5 kg stabilizer and emulsifier. So if this is subtracted from the whole, you will get 84.5%. So 84.5 kg will be your A plus B plus C. Correct? You must be interactive now at least. So A plus B plus C is 84.5%. I have removed 15.5% because that is a fixed quantity. Sugar 15% and stabilizer 0.5%. So 15 kg sugar nikal diya, 0.5 kg stabilizer emulsifiers. So now I need to take the fat equation. So there are two equations to be made. One is fat equation, another is SNF equation. So what is fat equation? Fat equation means the fat content of the ingredients. Fat content A is milk, right? Fat content of the milk is 3.5%. Fat content of the cream is 40%. Fat content of the skim milk is 1%. Okay. So now you know what is the minimum fat content required in ice cream? Anybody now? This is the question and answer session. What is the minimum fat content required in ice cream as per FSSAI? Aarti, 26%. I don't know why you're not speaking. Madam, Aarti madam, can you speak up? Yeah. So in all the
Yes, sir.
sessions, people don't speak.
Sir, actually,
But
they are not used to speak. They just type in the chat box.
come on. See, end of the day, they will be going for teaching, preaching, right?
Yes, sir.
They're going to preach the startups.
Yes, sir.
Then they should be interactive, no? Here.
Yes, sir. But I don't know what to do.
See, okay, I do not know whether my content is okay to you or it's not okay to you, how much you are able to absorb. Really, it is difficult for me to understand your pulse. Participants, friends, I'm really facing difficulty in understanding your pulse. This is bit tricky, okay? What is this algebraic? But once you learn, then you can calculate the ice cream formulation for any of these ingredients, whatever the fat content, whatever the SNF content they have got. Okay, so we must learn this. The fat percent, as far as FSSAI, it is 10% minimum. Right, you have seen in the minimum 10% fat in the ice cream. Medium 10 to 2.5%. Low fat maximum 2.5%. That is FSSAI standard. So here you have taken 12%. So that ice cream should be rich enough, and in no case during processing, maybe during homogenization, pasteurization, whatever the dilution is happening, it should not, in any case, mix should not go, the fat percentage of the mix should not go below 10%. Otherwise, our product quality does not meet the FSSAI. Correct. So, we have taken 12 as the fat content in the mix. So, this is one equation. 3.5 of A, 4 of B, 1% of C. So when you simplify, you will get into this. Okay, so this is the first equation. This is the equation 1. A plus B plus C is equal to 84.5, and this is the equation 2. So same like that, we need to calculate the SNF also. This is the SNF equation. SNF content in milk 8.5%. SNF content in cream 5.28%. SNF content in skim milk powder 96%. So 11. Now you see this is 23 plus 15% sugar, total 38%. The minimum total solid in the ice cream should be minimum 36%. As per FSSAI say minimum 36%. So here we have kept 38%. As I said, to avoid even if there is any dilution during homogenization, dilution during pasteurization process also, still then our total solid level will not fall down to less than 36%. Okay, so SNF content is maintained at 11%. So this is the equation number 3. So by solving equation 1, 2 and 3, we get the values of the ABC. So by solving equation number 1 and 2, so we get this equation 4. Okay, this is simplification. I think you must have done before. So simplification of this equations. So we get A will be cancelled and B and C. So then if that B and so again solving the equation 2 and so this is equation number 2 and this is the equation number this is the equation number 3. Okay, so by solving these equations we will get the values for ABC, and by substituting the C value again in this equation, so you will get the B, and B plus C is equals to the 84.5 minus A, or so then we will get the final A value. So B plus C is substituted here, and then A is equals to 84 minus A plus B plus C. You got the value for A. So this is basically a simplification. Okay. So by doing this algebraic method, we get the values for milk, cream, and skim milk. Okay. So this is how we arrived at the figuring of the mix. So once the mix is figured, so then let me share my original PPT. Okay. So this is called figuring of the mix. So once this is how we calculate the ingredients required for mix preparation. So ingredients required calculated. Now we have mixed the ingredient, liquid ingredient, dry ingredient separately, mixing, and then finally mixing both of them. So during mixing, better to have a temperature of the milk and cream mix around 40 degrees, so it will help in mixing completely. So once this is mixing is done, so then it is taken for heating to 60 degrees centigrade, and then homogenization at 2 pressures. First stage 1500 psi, second stage 500 psi, and after homogenization the product is pasteurized to make the product safe for consumption, to remove microbes, and then chill to 4 degrees centigrade, that is the aging temperature of ice cream. And after aging, so it is kept for aging in the tank. So aging is done for minimum 4 hours, and after aging the product is taken for freezing. So this is a batch freezer, what we have seen. And I think, so I will show you now how the Amul is manufacturing and different types of, so it's a big
So your video is not visible.
yes, I will show you the video.
दुनिया के सारे डेयरी उत्पादों में सबसे ज्यादा लोकप्रिय है आइसक्रीम, और अगर इसे अमूल ईस्ट ऑफ इंडिया ने बनाया हो तो क्या कहने, इसे खाते ही
So you are able to see, right?
Yes, sir.
चिलचिलाती गर्मी की दोपहर भी ठंडी शाम की तरह महसूस होती है।
अमूल आइसक्रीम खाने के लिए किसी मौसम या कारण की जरूरत नहीं, इसे कोई भी कहीं भी कभी भी खा सकता है। क्या आपको पता है कि अमूल 250 तरह के 100% असली आइसक्रीम के फ्लेवर्स बनाता है, और ये सही मायनों में बिल्कुल असली आइसक्रीम है।
आज पूरे देश में अमूल के 17 उत्पादन संयंत्र हैं, जहां हर किस्म की आइसक्रीम जैसे स्टिक, कप, टब्स या फिर कोन बनाई जाती हैं।
क्या आप जानते हैं एक रेगुलर 125 ml का वनीला आइसक्रीम कैल्शियम और विटामिन ए जैसे पौष्टिक गुणों से भरपूर है।
ओह, मैं ये नहीं जानता था। पर क्या तुम जानती हो कि एक आइसक्रीम कोन खत्म करने के लिए 50 लिक्स की जरूरत पड़ती है?
बाजार में उपलब्ध रेगुलर फ्लेवर्स के अलावा अमूल रोस्टेड आमंड्स, शाही अंजीर, पंजाबी कुल्फी जैसे फ्लेवर्स भी बनाता है। अमूल का सबसे लोकप्रिय और उम्दा फ्लेवर है एपिक, जिसका स्वाद उसके नाम की तरह ही शानदार है।
इतनी सारी स्वादिष्ट आइसक्रीम
So you see here how this is.
का सबसे लोकप्रिय और उम्दा फ्लेवर है एपिक, जिसका स्वाद उसके नाम की तरह ही शानदार है।
इतनी सारी स्वादिष्ट आइसक्रीम्स देखकर मुझसे अपने आप पर काबू नहीं रखा जा रहा है। चलिए देखते हैं कि अमूल अपनी आइसक्रीम्स कैसे बनाते हैं।
आइसक्रीम का सफर डेयरी फार्म से शुरू होता है। ये अमूल का एक खास डेयरी फार्म है। यहाँ पर मवेशियों का खाने
के दौरान उसकी स्वच्छ
जाता है।
So I will skip some of the things which you may be knowing, how the milk is produced and then all these things.
दूध की गुणवत्ता को जांचने के लिए
मात्रा में दूध के नमूने की प्लांट्स में पहुंचाया जाता है।
कुछ ही घंटों में अमूल की देश भर उनमें से एक नमूने की जांच की जाती है, तक तोड़कर इसे मिल्क स्टेशन से जोड़ा जाता है।
So this is the raw milk processing. Everything is there showing. So milk is taken and then the cream is produced. Milk is there, then skim milk is produced. So those
अशुद्धियों को
मेरे घर में वॉशिंग मशीन भी इसी सिद्धांत पे काम करती है ना?
यहाँ से ये स्वादिष्ट क्रीम
so milk has taken and from that milk they have manufactured the cream. So the milk also will be used, cream also is used and then skim milk.
क्रीम बनाने की अपनी अगली प्रक्रिया सके।
चीनी आइसक्रीम को मीठा बनाती है और स्टेबलाइजर उसे
के लिए आगे भेजा जाता है।
क्रीम को बफर टैंक से मिक्सिंग टैंक में लेने से पहले
So now they are actually showing how the ice cream is manufactured.
पूरी तरह से संतुलित और गर्म किया जाता है ताकि दूसरे सामग्री के साथ मिलाया जा सके।
चीनी और दूसरे स्टेबलाइजर्स को
You see now. So now this is the sugar and stabilizer mixing. So here sugar is taken and then to that stabilizer is also added.
एक महीन सी चलनी से छाना जाता है ताकि उसे अन्य डेयरी सामग्री के साथ मिलाकर आइसक्रीम मिक्स बनाया जा सके।
चीनी आइसक्रीम को मीठा बनाती है और स्टेबलाइजर उसे जल्दी पिघलने से रोकती है।
विशाल ब्लेंडर्स इस मिश्रण को अच्छी तरह से मिक्स करते हैं। सफेद और चॉकलेटी दो तरह के मिश्रण अलग अलग तैयार करके रखे जाते हैं। चॉकलेट मिश्रण में उच्च श्रेणी के कोको पाउडर का इस्तेमाल किया जाता है।
किसी भी प्रकार के जीवाणु वाली अशुद्धि को दूर करने के लिए इस मिश्रण को पास्चराइज किया जाता है।
इस मिश्रण को बहुत ज्यादा प्रेशर से गुजरना पड़ता है, लगभग 2500 से 3000 psi, जिससे ये मिश्रण एक समान गाढ़ा हो जाता है।
ये मिश्रण इस प्रक्रिया से गुजरने के बाद ही एक समान घनत्व वाला मलाईदार और स्वादिष्ट आइसक्रीम बनता है।
परीक्षण के लिए कुछ नमूने निकालने के बाद इसे 5 डिग्री तापमान में लगभग 4 से 5 घंटों तक परिपक्व बनने के लिए रख
So this is the aging tank. Some of them are aging tank. So it will be
दिया जाता है। इस प्रक्रिया में स्टेबलाइजर्स और इमल्सिफायर में मौजूद प्रोटीन में से नमी को सोख लिया जाता है ताकि इस मिश्रण को समान रूप से गाढ़ा करके इसे जमाया जा सके।
जब तक आइसक्रीम मिक्स परिपक्व हो रहा है तब तक इसकी सजावट के लिए एक मशीन ड्राई फ्रूट्स के बारीक टुकड़े करती है। एक मेटल डिटेक्टर बड़ी मुस्तैदी से इनकी जांच करता है। ड्राई फ्रूट्स के टुकड़ों को ट्रे में समान रूप से फैलाया जाता है।
आइसक्रीम में बादाम, वाह, यानी सोने पे सुहागा। मुझे ये ड्राई फ्रूट्स बहुत पसंद है।
काफी बादाम खाए हैं आपने, है ना? खैर, ट्रे को एक ड्राई ओवन में रखा जाता है जहां इन ड्राई फ्रूट्स को सेका जाता है। सीके हुए ड्राई फ्रूट्स आइसक्रीम के स्वाद में चार चांद लगा देते हैं।
कमाल है, इतनी साफ सुथरी प्रोडक्शन लाइन, क्या बात है।
जी हाँ, इस जगह को दिन में 2 बार CIP प्रक्रिया से साफ किया जाता है।
अब हमारा ये मिश्रण आइसक्रीम के रूप में परिवर्तित होने के लिए पूरी तरह तैयार है। यहाँ से ये मिश्रण कंटिन्यूअस फ्रीजिंग सिस्टम में पहुँचाया जाता है, जहाँ
the one which I told you. So after pasteurization, homogenization, so now it is going to freezing.
यहाँ पर इसमें मौजूद पानी जम जाता है। हवा को प्रेशर के साथ भरा जाता है जिससे आइसक्रीम मुलायम हो जाती है। फिर इसे -4 डिग्री तापमान में रखा जाता है जिससे हम मजे से आइसक्रीम का लुत्फ उठा सकते हैं। खस्ता स्वादिष्ट चोको बिस्किट्स के बीच में आइसक्रीम सुनकर ही मुंह में पानी आ जाता है।
So now this is a different type of ice cream. They are started between the biscuits. So ice cream is
एक फीडर नीचे वाले बिस्किट्स को कन्वेयर बेल्ट पे रख देता है, जिस पर ये बिस्किट्स मानो एक साथ परेड कर रहे हो।
कंटिन्यूअस फ्रीजिंग सिस्टम से प्रीमियम वनीला फ्लेवर आइसक्रीम को लाया जाता है, जिसे एक स्वचालित यंत्र वायर से उचित मात्रा में काटकर बेल्ट पर रखे
see now.
बिस्किट के
See now. So after freezing, the product has got this consistency. So now
ऊपर रख देता है।
चलते हुए बार पे स्वचालित तरीके से इसके ऊपर एक और बिस्किट की सतह रख दी जाती है। ये सब कुछ इतनी सफाई से होता है मानो हम सच में कोई परेड देख रहे हैं।
So you are listening to the voice also.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now see this ice cream is softy now. This is softy. It is coming directly from the freezer, having -7 degrees centigrade. Okay. So now this is taken to blast air freezing or like blast cooling.
अब इस सैंडविच की फौज को एक हार्डनिंग टनल से गुजरना पड़ता है, जहां इसका सामना होता है -35 डिग्री तापमान वाली बर्फीली हवा से।
इस प्रक्रिया से न सिर्फ आइसक्रीम का टेक्सचर बढ़िया बनता है, बल्कि इसे आने वाले लंबे सफर के दौरान क्वालिटी बनाए रखने में मदद मिलती है।
टनल के बाहर आते ही एक रोबोटिक आर्म इन्हें हौले से आगे बढ़ाता है और पैकिंग स्टेशन की तरफ भेजता है।
ये सारा नजारा इतना जादुई है कि बचपन की याद ताजा हो जाती है, जब मेले में हम हाथ में आइसक्रीम पकड़े झूले पे बैठते थे।
वाह, बचपन की यादें अमूल आइसक्रीम की तरह ही मीठी हैं, नहीं?
आमतौर पे सैंडविच ग्रिल किए जाते हैं, लेकिन यहाँ चिल किए जाते हैं।
पैकिंग मशीन्स में एक तरफ से पैकिंग रैपर्स भरे जाते हैं, जो दूसरी तरफ से आने वाली आइसक्रीम पे सलीके से लिपट जाते हैं। ये मशीन एक दिन में लगभग 2,52,000 आइसक्रीम सैंडविच को पैक, सील और कट करके तैयार करती है।
बाप रे, इतनी सारी आइसक्रीम्स!
ये तो कुछ भी नहीं, अमूल में हर दिन अलग अलग स्वाद और पैकिंग की करीब 1 करोड़ से ज्यादा आइसक्रीम तैयार होती हैं। हर बक्से को एक यूनिक आईडी दी।
वाह, क्या कमाल का सफर है इन आइसक्रीम के डिब्बों का। काश हमारे हाईवे भी इतने स्मूथ होते। आटे और चीनी से बने कोन के बिस्किट में ट्राइकोन आइसक्रीम को बनते हुए देखना अपने आप में।
So whatever we have seen, it's a sandwich type of ice cream. So now they are demonstrating the cone ice cream.
बड़ा अद्भुत अनुभव है।
कोन के बेस में पहले चॉकलेट सिरप को नोजल के जरिए स्प्रे किया जाता है, जो ठंडा होने पर खस्ता और क्रीमी बन जाता है और ट्राइकोन को बेहद स्वादिष्ट बनाता है।
पिस्ता आइसक्रीम इन कोन्स में भरा जाता है। इसे भरते वक्त नोजल एक कलाकार की भांति इसे एक फूल जैसा आकार देता है।
इसके बाद बारी आती है चॉकलेट की। एक नोजल चॉकलेट सिरप को कोन में स्प्रे करता है और दूसरी तरफ एक और स्वचालित यंत्र बहुत ही उम्दा किस्म के ड्राई फ्रूट्स और फलों के टुकड़ों की आइसक्रीम कोन के ऊपर एक सुंदर सी परत जमा देता है। गोल कागज के ढक्कन में इन स्वादिष्ट 3 परतों वाले आइसक्रीम को सील किया जाता है।
ये पैक्ड कोन्स नन्हे शरारती बच्चों की तरह बेल्ट पे उछल उछल कर जाते हैं। एक स्वचालित यंत्रों की फौज इन्हें अनुशासित पद्धति से हार्डनिंग टनल में भेज देती है, जहां इन्हें -35 डिग्री तापमान में रहना है।
लगभग 30 मिनट बाद इन्हें बाहर निकाला जाता है।
नन्हे शरारती बच्चों की तरह ये आइसक्रीम कोन खुशी से उछल कूद मचाते हुए ऐसे लगते हैं मानो इन्हें किसी मनोरंजन पार्क के पिकनिक में भेजा जा रहा है। आइसक्रीम का इसे बनाने में खास बेल्जियम चॉकलेट्स का इस्तेमाल जो किया जाता है।
चॉकलेट मिक्स को कंटिन्यूअस फ्रीजिंग से इस प्रोडक्शन लाइन पर भेजा जाता है। क्या आप बता सकते हैं कि आइसक्रीम में स्टिक का इस्तेमाल क्यों किया जाता है?
पता नहीं, आप ही बता दीजिए।
स्टिक में घर्षण या फ्रिक्शन अधिक होने से आइसक्रीम इस पर से फिसलती नहीं है।
ओहो, आज मुझे कितनी सारी नई जानकारी मिल रही है और कितनी फुर्ती से पलक झपकते ही स्टिक को आइसक्रीम बार में लगा दिया जाता है, वो भी ऑटोमेटिकली। कमाल है।
बिल्कुल सही। फिर इस आइसक्रीम को -35 डिग्री वाले हार्डनिंग टनल से गुजरना पड़ता है।
अब ये लकड़ी लगी आइसक्रीम की फौज कदम ताल करते हुए आगे बढ़ती है और इसे बेल्जियन चॉकलेट के सिरप में डुबाया जाता है। सीके हुए बादाम के टुकड़े इस बेल्जियम चॉकलेट के सिरप में मिलाए जाते हैं, जो इसे एक अभूतपूर्व स्वाद और टेक्सचर प्रदान करता है।
आइए आपके आइसक्रीम के ज्ञान की परीक्षा लेते हैं। बताइए, दुनिया में सबसे लोकप्रिय आइसक्रीम की टॉपिंग क्या है?
बेशक चॉकलेट, ये तो कोई भी बता सकता है।
अमूल एपिक के तीनों स्वाद 80 मिलीलीटर की पैकिंग में उपलब्ध हैं और ये हमारे देश की सर्वोत्तम आइसक्रीम पे सलीके से निपट जाते हैं।
So I think your
बनी असली आम आइसक्रीम को FMP में
असली आम भी वही सुविधाजनक कप आइसक्रीम चलित मशीन द्वारा कन्वेयर बेल्ट पे जमाया जाता है, जिसे एक नोजल एक लय में आइसक्रीम क्रीम का उपयोग वजन। आश्चर्य होगा कि बस पल्प, चीनी, प्राकृतिक रंग और फ्लेवर्स का इस्तेमाल किया जाता है।
मिश्रण को सांचों में डाला जाता है, जो एक घुमावदार स्टेनलेस स्टील की मशीन में फिट होते हैं।
इन मशीन्स में को जमा देता है।
एक फीडर स्टिक्स को लगातार ऑटोमेटिक स्टिक होल्डर में लगाता जाता है। होल्डर इन स्टिक्स को आधे जमे हुए मिश्रण में डालता है। ये पूरी प्रक्रिया एक कलाकृति का आभास देती है।
एक सहायक जिसमें इन बार्स बढ़ती है और इसे चॉकलेट के सिरप में डुबाया जाता है, जो इसे एक अभूतपूर्व स्वाद की तरफ भेज देता है। ये आइसक्रीम होता है।
ये मिश्रण जैसे ही जम जाता है, जमी हुई बार को डुबोकर एक आखिरी ये मशीन प्रतिदिन लगभग 50,000 टब्स बनाती है और ऐसी
से जमाता है। एक विशेष विशाल
I think I'll stop here. Okay, so
काय टैंक में ये लाया जाता है। अब भरे हुए टब्स एक लीव खूबसूरत और खुद
बना रही हूँ। वाह, ये अद्भुत है।
बिल्कुल, ये है असली स्ट्रॉबेरी मैजिक संडे। एक खूबसूरत और खुशनुमा एहसास। टब पैकिंग इसलिए भी लोकप्रिय है क्योंकि इन टब्स का इस्तेमाल आइसक्रीम के खत्म होने के बाद भी किया जाता है। देती है।
फैमिली पैक्स को अलग अलग प्रोडक्शन लाइंस में तैयार हैं। टेक्नोलॉजी का पैकिंग टनल से बाहर आने वाली सभी आइस उसके अंदर
हर प्लांट में
okay. So using such technologies, different types of ice cream which we have shown in the earlier, so it will be produced. So this some more to cover is like especially overrun. How much ice cream mix we have added and how much ice cream we got is important, because it should not be lost to the producer and it should not be painful to the consumers, right? So to avoid overrun means how much mix we have added and how much ice cream we got. Rough calculation, somewhere we need to get somewhere around 95% ice cream. Between 90 to 95% should be our overrun to run a profitable business. Ice cream is really a very profitable business. Nowadays, people are even during winters also, शादी में गए तो रात को डिनर के बाद हाँ आइसक्रीम, So having ice cream after dinner is becoming common. So ice cream is really a very profitable business because 90% air is involved there. 1 kg mix will be making into 2 liter ice cream nearby. Okay, free of cost. So in that way, and ice cream is liked by from younger age to old. बुढ़ापे में भी आइसक्रीम खाने का मन करते हैं. So in that way, ice cream is liked by all at all seasons. So, and because of high air, it is a very profitable business. So overrun calculation, ice cream in bulk packing. So family packing में जाता है, so 90 to 100% उसमें overrun मिलता है additional. Package like in cones, cups, small cups, 70 to 90%. Softy is not much. Overrun maybe around 50%. Okay, so in that way. So it is calculated. So this is very important. Those who are noting down, you can note down calculating the overrun by volume. Okay, so percent overrun is volume of ice cream mix minus volume of ice cream. It is volume of ice cream minus volume of mix divided by volume of mix multiplied by 100. Okay, you note down this. So for example, if you have taken 10 liter of ice cream mix, that is before freezing, after aging you have taken 10 liter of mix. So, and then after freezing you got 19 liter of ice cream. Then you need to calculate what is the my overrun. So ice cream mix, volume of ice cream is 10 liter, volume of ice cream is 19 liters. So substitute this in this formula. Volume of ice cream is 19 minus 10 divided by 10 multiplied by 100 will get you 90% overrun. Somewhere around 90-95% overrun is a good overrun, and product is also will be having very good stability and richness of the product. Too much overrun, too much adding air into the product will not fetch you good customer. Ethics is also very important apart from earning money. So then packaging of ice cream, this we have seen now. Then almost we are reaching to the end. Any questions? We'll take up 10 maybe for another next 10 minutes. We'll take up some questions and then we will wind this session.
Thank you, sir. Participants, if you have any question, you can write in a chat box or you can unmute yourself to talk with sir, and sir is here to clarify doubts.
Very interesting participants, Priya. They are not able to unmute. Sorry, they show video. They are not. They don't want to speak also.
I don't know, sir, but earlier they used to very active.
Yeah, afternoon session I say because it is afternoon session, nobody wants to show video and nobody wants to speak. Or how it is?
Might be. Participants, if you have any question, you can write in a chat box, please. Sir is here to answer. If you have any doubt regarding ice cream, frozen, there is not only this, regarding any dairy thing you want, you can ask sir, regarding the equipment, or you want to set up any plant, anything.
Yeah, Aarti has asked in the beginning, equipment supplier, micro scale. See, in a micro scale, I told you in the beginning also, we need a heating vat. You can note down, Madam Aarti. So we need a heating vat to see. We need to raise the temperature to 80 degree, right? So need a double jacketed heating vat. There is a multi-purpose vats also comes, so you can use them for a cottage scale or small scale. And then a small homogenizer is essential. Okay, always better to suggest a good homogenizer, because homogenizer has got a very important role to play in improving the texture of the product. So, and it is being a mechanical, now and then it should not pose any problem. Okay, so good one is, of course, there's a Goma is there. I don't know. So people are saying some complaints on it. So there are complaints on this homogenizer, but still, so by talking to supplier, so you can get a good margin. So they are all very cheaper in price, maybe 4 lakh, 5 lakh rupees. So you get a homogenizer. If anybody, if they are okay, sir, I am ready to spend money, but I need a quality, then Gia is a very good supplier of homogenizer. It costs you somewhere around 10 lakh rupees, but still for it runs without much maintenance for a longer period of time, and the consistency is also good. Gia homogenizers. It is a bit costly. So, and there are other manufacturer vendors also. We need to speak to them and then get a good big bargain, and then you can buy. So what we need is a heating unit, then homogenizer, and then ice cream freezer. Okay, and then aging tank will be there. So aging tank can be used, and then the storage, majorly storage, minus 20 degree storage. You manufacture and store whatever possible, and then distribute. Let them store at their end. Okay, so like that. So 3-4 equipments are required. What else? For freezing, you need a compressed air system must be established. And then you need a chiller, because you need to store at minus 4 degrees centigrade. So for heating, maybe a small boiler, and for chilling, small refrigeration plant. I think you are noting down. Service lines like small boiler, baby boilers will come, small boiler, and then refrigeration unit to produce you chilled water, to give chilled water supply. Processing side, a multi-purpose vat, homogenizer, aging tank, and then freezer. Batch freezer is also sufficient, as I told you. So batch freezer costs you somewhere around 1.5 lakh. Continuous freezer, small range, 300 liter per hour, will cost you somewhere around 4.5 lakhs. So now it's a skid mounted also comes now. All heating, cream, homogenization, and then all this happens in a skid mount. So that type of setups are also to cater the needs of small scale industries. People are fabricating the all ice cream plant on a skid mount, a small scale, available now.
Actually, sir, so one question is there. Can you suggest good machine manufacturer in India for establishing micro level ice cream enterprise?
Okay, so Priya, be in touch. I'll share you maybe, and then you can pass it on to them. Okay, so as of now,
Yes,
I am a bit skeptical. I'll share with you. So maybe I'll inquire and then I'll let you know. Be in touch,
Okay.
so that who is asking. So Vijay sir, so please in touch with Priya. So I'll pass it on to you.
Sir, can you share any contact details so participants can touch with you? Any mail ID so they can mail you?
Yeah, better my mail ID. It is dev.raj, dev.raj, DSC, Dairy Science College, DSC @gmail.com.